Landguard, as well as being a designated nature reserve and scheduled monument, is also a triple SI, and that stands for a Site of Special Scientific Interest. What that special scientific interest is, the interesting part is the flora. So because we are a sand and shingle spit, we have almost a very mobile habitat, and only certain plants can colonise the substrate, because if you can imagine, it's very gritty, it's very free draining because it's sand and shingle, it's also very salty, very exposed to the wind. So a specific array of plants can only survive here, and those plants are things like the sea kale, sea spurge, sea pea, yellowhorn poppy, the stinking goosefoot is another plant. But a specific assemblage of plants that will survive here. And there's very few places in the country. On the East Coast, we're quite lucky actually to have large areas of vegetated shingle, but elsewhere in the world it is a very rare habitat. And that's why we are designated as a triple SI. With that designation comes some huge responsibilities and obligations, because we have to try and maintain this habitat in favourable condition. And what that means is, many years ago when it was designated, a certain set of plants would have been recorded, and we have to try and make sure that those plants continue to occur here. Now, it's a constant battle, if you like, really, because not only are we battling with things like increased visitor pressure, we're also battling with the climate, with the weather. I mean, we're stood here in the wind now, and with that comes more sand and more shingle that's being added on top of the spit all of the time, which changes the matrix. So when I talk about matrix, if I was to dig down where we're standing, we'd go through layers of sand and shingle, different depths and different thicknesses. And it's being added to all of the time. The plants have to continually evolve to grow up and survive through that.